Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. So here we go again. Apparently, Kawhi Leonard just had surgery, so he won't be available for the 2024-25 season. He won't be available for the opening. And that's crazy because the Clippers, they got rid of Paul George, and I thought they did the best they could. I mean, you had 4 or 5 seasons of Paul George and Kawhi flunking, so their decision to let Paul George go elsewhere, it was understandable. And even so, I was like, they have James Harden, they have Kawhi Leonard, they still have Norman Powell, and a decent team. They should be okay. At least they should be all right. They also got rid of Russell Westbrook. They didn't re-sign him, so he's in Denver. And now Kawhi Leonard, he's hurt again? Like, you can't make this up. And I can't blame it on him. It's not his fault that his body's breaking down. I can't hold that against him. But this is disheartening and it's tiring. If you are a Clipper fan, or just a basketball fan for that matter, you got to be exhausted. Every time you blink, you turn around, Kawhi Leonard, he's hurt again. So now he won't be available for the season opener, and I'm going to assume for half of the season. And when he do return, obviously he won't be 100%, so they're going to have to load manage him, micromanage his minutes and, watch him carefully. And this is just tiring, man. And this goes back to 2020, the bubble, the pandemic. That was Paul George and Kawhi's opportunity to win the championship. It would be a bubble ring, but at least the Clippers, the team in the basement, would have finally had a chip. But they never took it seriously. They didn't feel like we would hold the championship in high regards. So they didn't take it seriously. And that's their best opportunity. At that point, they had one of the best teams in the NBA. And in the West for that matter. They were arguably the best team in the West. I know they lost to Denver, but truthfully, nobody was locked in. Fast forward 5, 6 seasons later, and here we are, the same story. And ever since the bubble, Kawhi have been hurt every season ever since. Every single season. And Paul George was right behind him. Most of the times. So this is tiring, man. If you are a Clipper fan, you gotta be exhausted. And Steve Ballmer, the man built a new arena, and he invested a lot of money in Kawhi. Re-signed him to $100 and something million, gave James Harden $70 million for 2 seasons. We know James Harden, he's not reliable in the playoffs. He'll be pretty good in the regular season. He could get you to the playoffs, but you can't rely on him. And now Kawhi Leonard is not available? Like, this is just crazy, man. I mean, you can't make this up. This man is hurt every single season. Toronto was the last good time we saw Kawhi. And in the bubble. Toronto and the bubble, that was the last 2 good seasons of Kawhi. Not saying he haven't played really well ever since, but he's always hurt. Every single time. They tried to load manage 2, 3 seasons ago. That didn't work. Last season, they said, screw load managing. That don't work. It's proven. Let him play. That didn't work. He had surgery, and he was supposed to be ready for this 2024-25 season. And now he just had another surgery, so he won't be ready. And this is the story of Kawhi right now. He's unreliable. I'm not going to hold that against him, but it's very tiring, man, because you want to see the Clippers win a championship. I would like to see the Clippers win a chip. That I would like to see. I would like to see the Clippers, the team in the basement, finally win a championship. But that won't be possible if Kawhi is never healthy. They had a great team, but over the years, they broke the team up slowly but surely. Last season, they got rid of a few pieces, and everybody was unhappy with that. They got rid of their depth to bring James Harden in. There was an uproar like, James Harden? We have seen his track record. But in the end, it worked out. They went on a crazy run. At one point, they were the hottest team in the NBA and the West. So it worked out. But came the playoff, Kawhi was unavailable. He got injured. Like a week or 2 before the playoffs, Kawhi wasn't available. Then he had surgery. we're all thinking, okay, Kawhi is going to be available for this season. Now we get more bad news. He just had another surgery, another procedure. So he won't be available once again. And Paul George, he's in Philly. I understand that move because if I'm Steve Ballmer, I wouldn't have paid him the money he was asking for because we have seen at least 5 seasons of him and Kawhi. We have seen enough. I wouldn't have invested another 4 seasons into Paul George just to lose and lose. That was a no-brainer, so I understand why Steve Ballmer made the decisions he made. I get it. But here we go again with the same old song. And this team, 5 seasons ago, they were loaded. Once upon a time, the Clippers, they were loaded. At least for 3-4 seasons. They had a lot of good pieces, man. They had depth. They had stars, superstars, great role players. They really had a good thing going on over there. And it all went to shambles. Russell Westbrook, he's no longer there. Paul George, he's in Philly. They traded the depth for James Harden. So now the Clippers, I don't know what's going to happen with this team. Obviously, they can't compete without Kawhi. You saw what happened last season with James Harden and Paul George. They made a first-round exit. So clearly they can't compete without Kawhi. But the man is injured again. I don't know what's going to happen with this team. We can all agree they're not winning any championship anytime soon. The team is not as deep as they used to be. Kawhi is injury prone. James Harden, he's unreliable. You have so many issues, so many things riding against this team. They're not winning any championship anytime soon. But this is a major blow, man, to the franchise, to Steve Ballmer, who have invested millions and millions of dollars into the team, the players, and building a new stadium, a new arena. So this man is putting so much money into this team. And what do we have to show for it? No championship. Your best player, he's unavailable every season. It's just a bad situation. But we are going to see what happens, man, with this team moving forward. It's just not looking good. But as always, I holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. Holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.